yeah. Oh my god, what is going on? Is there like some guy robbing a place or something? Hey guys, I decided that I would tell you guys a story, oh actually 2 stories, of some pretty weird things that have happened since I moved into college, and both of these have taken place over the past 2 days. The first story happened Monday on Labor Day, and then the second one's just kind of been happening around the apartment/dorm thing. But I would tell you guys these stories because they're interesting, and I think you guys would just enjoy them in general. So let's just get into it. So this first story I'm going to tell you happened on Labor Day. We didn't have classes because it's a holiday. So my 2 friends and I, let's call them Celeste and Grace, because I don't want to use their actual names. So Celeste, Grace, and I decided that we were going to go down to Dumbo and spend the day in Brooklyn. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with New York, or like the areas of New York. So Dumbo is just down under the Manhattan Bridge overlook, I think. I don't know, I'll have it right here. But we decided we were gonna cross the Brooklyn Bridge. We walked across the bridge and we ended up in Dumbo. So we were just kind of chilling. We went to Shake Shack, got some fries and shakes and stuff like that. And then we were kind of just walking around this like park thing that they have by the Brooklyn Bridge. And all of a sudden my friend had planned a day of stuff that we could do in Dumbo. And she's like,
guys, Dan Humphrey's house is, they use the building here in Dumbo.
And I, being a giant Gossip Girl fan, was like,
oh my god, we should go.
And my friend Celeste was just kind of like, okay, whatever. So we were walking around Brooklyn and I was like, Grace, do you know how to get there? And she said no. So we Googled the address of the house that Dan Humphrey lived in, and it was on a street in Brooklyn that was like 12-ish minutes away from where we were. So I Google mapped it, and we were walking down the street and we were fine, just kind of chilling, walking down the street, excited that we were gonna go to Dan Humphrey's house. And then all of a sudden we turned onto this one street and we had to take that like 5 or 6 blocks, I want to say. So we were walking down this one street. I don't remember the name of it. I don't want to remember the name of it. But we were walking down and there were some restaurants and stuff that were, I mean, like, they didn't look popular, but like there were people there. So we continued walking, and all of a sudden I started noticing that there are barbed wire fences surrounding some of the buildings. And I was like,
oh, that's awkward.
But like I didn't think of it because I was just like, hey, maybe it's just like a safety precaution. I don't know, I'm not from here. But for some reason we kept walking down this street, and we were here, and the street that we had to turn on was like, I guess like if we're here, it was kind of like over here. So we could see where we had to turn in front of us, and all of a sudden these group of guys walk by. And I don't think anything of it. I don't think of these things, guys. I just kind of go where I want to go. But my friend Celeste was like, guys, they're wearing black and white. And I was just like, they're wearing black and white, what's the big deal? And Grace was just kind of like agreeing with me. She's like, okay. And then Celeste goes, they only wear black and white when they don't want to associate themselves with gang colors. I'm sorry, what?
They only wear black and white when they don't want to associate themselves with gang colors.
No, we turned around and we got out of there because I did not want to die. I wasn't planning on dying anytime soon. I want to finish college, get my degree, and start working. So, my friends and I turned around, walked to the metro station, and went back to Manhattan. So that's the time that I almost died in Brooklyn. The second story I'm going to tell you guys is, oh my god, I am so convinced that my dorm room is haunted. This is my bed right here that you guys can see, and then that's my roommate's bed. The AC is literally right in front of us. Like, my camera is on top of the ledge of AC. Yeah. So our AC has like this panel inside of it where you can turn it to, you can like control the settings of it, because you have to literally open up this like panel on the AC like itself, and you have to like turn these little knobs. When we got here, the knobs were on like full blast cold. It was like negative 3,000 degrees in here, and I was just like,
I'm gonna die. I'm going to freeze to death.
So a few days ago, I don't know why I only did this a few days ago, I decided to turn the heat up. So I turned the knob, because it's like warmer, cooler, and then there's a knob in the middle. So I turned it towards warmer and then turned it on, I left it on high for a little bit, and then it started getting really hot, so I turned it on to low, so that the heat wouldn't like make me burn up in flames. So I turned that and it was fine. A few days go by, we're all good. All of a sudden I walk into my dorm room. My roommate likes to call her Jane. Likes to call my roommate Jane. So my roommate Jane is just kind of laying in bed, like bundled up in her blankets. And I'm like, why is it so cold in here? I go to the AC, it's on all cool, like very, like all the way to cold on high. And I'm like, Jane, did you touch the thermostat? And she goes, no, I haven't touched it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. I am convinced that my room is haunted because these knobs keep turning and it gets colder and warmer in here, and I'm not sure if it's just like automatic where like if it gets to a certain temperature the AC just kind of switches the knob, but we haven't touched it. And I just turned it off because one, it's really loud and you guys wouldn't be able to hear me, and two, it was so cold in here today. I turned it off because I was like, no, we're not dealing with this. Thermostat keeps switching between cold and hot, and I'm not sure what it is, if it's haunted, my room is haunted, or if like some vengeful spirit followed me from my house. Those are the two stories that I was gonna tell you guys today. New York is a weird place, man. Just be careful where you are, stay with friends, be safe, always look at your surroundings, don't walk anywhere at night alone. Be safe, guys. If you come to New York, be safe. So that goes for any city too. Like, so that is my video for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you have any ghost stories of your own. Be sure to subscribe, it's always down there. I will talk to you guys next week. I love you guys. Bye.